Hi, Johnny Valenti here. I'm the owner of Birdland in New York City. I hope you're doing well during these difficult times. I'm happy to say that the Birdland family is healthy and preparing for a safe reopening. And as soon as the city gives us the green light, we hope that we'll see you there. Jim Caruso's cast party for the last 17 years has been part of Birdland. We have some of the greatest performers on stage as well as other people. So have a ball tonight and join us for Pajama Cast Party. Without further ado, let's get the party started.
Coming to you live from New York City, it's Jim Caruso's Pajama Cast Party. And now, here's your host, Jim Caruso.
That was hilarious. Thank you to my effervescent boss for the last 17 years, Johnny Valenti, the owner of Birdland. I thought you should meet him if you don't already know him. So you can hear from the horse's mouth that he is so excited to reopen the club as soon as safety allows, and as soon as the city allows us to do that. They are taking great care in cleaning that place into a frenzy. He has been there literally every day. He's refinished the floor. He's recarpeted. I don't know what all he's done, but he's done a lot. It's going to be like a brand spanking new club by the time we open. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait, needless to say, to get back to Birdland and get back to all the wonderful clubs where we do cast party all over the country. But I have to say, this online situation, it's kind of fantastic. I kind of love it. I see no reason to quit. Anyway, I hope you're having a nice Memorial Day weekend. It's very different this year, obviously, but we always remember our fallen heroes and we thank them for their valor. This past week was kind of busy for me, considering there's a pandemic in the world. I felt busy. We produced our very first show online called Virtual Halston, starring my BFF. Look, there she is, Julie Halston. Her guest was Mario Cantone, so you can just imagine the witty barbs and banter that were flying on laptops all over the universe. We're doing another one this coming Friday. So we'll be doing it every Friday at 5 p.m. So get ready. Julie's guest will be the delightful Lily Cooper, who was Julie's a co-star in the Broadway show Tootsie. So tune in. I can't talk about Julie without somehow attempting to sound like her. Of course, Julie and I could not do her show, and I could not do this show without our trusty producer, Ruby Lochner. Oh, Ruby,
Jim.
there you are.
Oh, there you are, Jim.
Hello.
We're getting really good at that.
I know. I'm starting to know which way to look.
Yeah, me too.
Ruby Lochner is sitting in her mom's beautiful house in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes, sirree.
Command Central. How's everything there?
Everything is okay. You know, it was a hot day today in Nashville. It was 90 degrees, but my mom set up a pool today. So we have been finishing that.
She set up a pool?
She'll tell you about it later. But she decided to buy an above ground pool. So today, we filled up the entire pool. The water bill is going to be very high, but hopefully, it'll bring us some joy during these crazy, crazy times.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, speaking of bringing joy to crazy times, Jim, today's intro made so many people so happy. I want to highlight a couple comments that I saw and some texts that I got too.
Oh, geez.
Aaron Chrysler he goes, I love that. Made me totally shed a tear. And he texted me. He goes, I'm literally crying right now. We also had great intro. And then I love this one. It said, intro giving me Rosie O'Donnell show vibes.
Oh, sure. I know what that means. I get it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, just wanted to highlight some comments.
Very nice. Well, we're very glad Johnny could do that. I do want to say Ruby is not only an incredible producer. She's a fantastic singer. And we figured out a date. She'll be singing with us on June 22nd, which happens to be her birthday.
My birthday.
So that's going to be fun. Will you hear her sing? Ruby, how many shows are you doing right now? Producing for the interwebs?
Currently, I'm producing 7 shows a week for my consistent clients. And then I'm taking on, one-offs every week. So, sometimes it's 9. So it always surprises me.
How fun. You're so good at it.
I'm having so much fun, and Virtual Halston went unbelievably well. And I keep telling people, this is I know I say this every week, but this is truly the new medium for right now. So at a time when movie theaters are closed, Birdland is closed, the Carlisle is closed, so many wonderful places of entertainment are closed right now. So rather than spending your cover charge there right now, I always say, maybe use that cover charge and put it towards tipping your favorite live stream or your favorite concert right now, because it's what we need to keep these things going.
That's right. These things cost money, believe it or not. But here's the good news. We love to pay our bills, obviously, but I always, every week, send a wonderful donation, thanks to you, to this week will be, once again, the Actors Fund. Does not just take care of actors. Ushers, the guys who pull the curtains, the technicians, the lighting people, the choreographers, the dancers, anybody involved with live show business, they will take care of, not just in New York, all over the country. The organization's been around for over 100 years. It's spectacular. The Actors Fund is as good as it gets. So we're always so proud to be able to send a nice percentage of what you send us to the Actors Fund every week. We love them over there. So great. A couple of weeks ago, my friend Justin Squiggs Robertson watched Cast Party and then sent me a sketch of all of us. And now Squiggs is known in the Broadway community as the kind of the new Hirschfeld, if you will. Al Hirschfeld was the ultimate Broadway caricature artist. So Squiggs has really taken over that mantle. And Ruby, is he working on something right now? Is he doing You and Me right now?
I literally just got an email that he's doing You and I right now, and he just sent me a clip. I think we should play it.
Okay, let's see what it is.
All right, let's do this.
Then he'll continue to do the whole show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, he works very fast.
Jim, the resemblance is truly uncanny.
He always does scary things to my eyebrows because I have scary eyebrows. Oh, this is you.
Oh, are my glasses really that big? My nose really is that small, though. So he got that right.
Squiggs, thank you. And at the end of the show, we'll show you the finished product.
So stay tuned.
This is like show business.
This is just like show business, which is why you should tip so we can keep it looking like show business.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I have to tell you, I love the show business. I figured out today it's the hours that appeal to me. What time is it right now? Is it 8:08? It's 8:08. I just started working. I'm almost done. So see, look into show business, people. Okay, are you ready? Let's do this. My first guest is a Broadway superstar. Can we say it? She's a superstar. Her career has been unbelievably interesting and rangy. She's also been so successful on television and in movies and certainly in the nightclubs. Please welcome my Texas friend, Miss Betty Buckley.
Hey, good to see you. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks, Jim.
You look so great. Are you in pajamas, Betty Buckley?
I am. These pajamas I wore in the play The Old Friends by Horton Foote, which was directed by Michael Wilson. We did it at the Signature Theater. And I played this wonderful alcoholic character named Gertrude Hayhurst Sylvester. Gertrude Hayhurst Sylvester Ratliff. And this is her pajama falling apart alcoholic scene. So you said it was a pajama party. So I went into my closet and I found them. They're pretty decent, right? They're really good.
They're pretty great.
Yeah.
They're so good.
And the
Now
pants.
you're on your ranch outside of Fort Worth, correct?
Yes.
God,
Yes.
it just looks beautiful.
It rained all day and the sun came out just before your show. So
Oh. Now you were on the road for a year, correct?
13
Before
months, including
thir-
the rehearsal period. Yeah.
with one of my favorite shows of all time, Hello Dolly, essaying the role of Dolly Levi, doing 8 shows a week.
Yeah, that should have been reconsidered before I did my deal. I was like, it just didn't occur to me because I was like, hey, sure. But it's very different doing a show on the road or doing it, stationary in New York. So that was strange and difficult, really difficult.
It must be strange going from that kind of pressure and that kind of to what's your life like right now? I mean, not only do you come home to this beautiful ranch and relaxation, hopefully, but now quarantine.
Yeah, but the first few months we were back, Kathy, my assistant, traveled with me. She's worked with me for 20 years, and she lives in the other house on my ranch. And we were so tired, we couldn't even talk to each other. So that went on for a couple of months. We recovered. And then I got back into performance gear, and we were at the Carlisle in February, early March. And we felt the whole thing starting to happen. And we kind of figured that our second week would be canceled, and then it was. And so we started driving home from New York on March 17th. And we got home, and Kathy immediately got the COVID. It was horrible. And
oh no, you're kidding.
Yeah, she was really sick for a couple of weeks, and then I was also ill. She tested positive. I didn't. And then our antibody blood test afterwards, she has the antibodies. I don't. But I was also very sick. And it was a very unique a different kind of sickness. So I feel perhaps I had it too. I don't know. But
oh, Betty.
The strange thing was we went to this lung doctor in New York, this specialist, because we both had these I've had recurring bouts of bronchitis for years now. And so this perpetual cough thing. And he wrote us, as soon as we got home, we got an email from him saying he was the one that had exposed us to the COVID. So it's like the irony of going to a lung doctor and getting exposed was like, oh shit, excuse me.
Wow. I can't believe he actually told you that. I believe I would have kept that to myself.
No, he had to tell. He was obligated.
I'm so sorry. Well, between your kind of this hard work but glamorous scene that you're doing on the road and your beautiful ranch, you really have the best of both worlds. Your life is kind of fantastic.
I've been really grateful to be quarantined here because the acreage on the ranch is like a park, so I go walk with my dog and ride my horses on occasion. And it's been nice to be here. And strangely enough, I thought, oh gosh, nothing will happen. But I've been so busy doing these appearances and interviews and things for the Actors Fund and Broadway Care.
Yes.
Thankfully to get to support those wonderful organizations. And so I was delighted when you asked me to be here tonight. I love Jim. I'm such a fan. Oh, you should tell Billy Stritch too. I wrote this little story when I started writing it when I was right before I went to New York for the Carlisle. And it's a lovely little story. And I wanted to become an animated short.
Oh.
Christian didn't quite get it. So when we quarantined, I kept pressuring him during the quarantine to score it like a little movie. So he did. And then he recorded his piano tracks in LA. Our bass player was in LA. Our percussionist, Billy Stritch is here. That's so exciting. I have this story just for you, Billy. So our percussionist was in Cleveland. He recorded his percussion there. Our mixing engineer was in Virginia. And then I snuck into this little studio that they disinfected for me to do my vocal of it. But anyway, in the story, I refer to a piano man named Billy as the critical character who brings this character that I'm describing to the Carlisle. And anyway, I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's really charming.
Can't wait. I know Billy is down on 59th Street, jumping around, very happy to be part of your story.
This this creature in the story is very enchanted by the piano man named Billy. So it's sweet. I think
Billy, a creature likes you.
No, but I can't tell you what creature yet, but it's a lovely.
Do you sing around the house every day?
I used to sing. I was a major shower singer, but
Oh yeah.
now I kind of have to make myself sing. But I've been, I've been working out twice a week online with my wonderful trainer in New York, Pat Minocchia, which has inspired me to be, because I have to report to him to work out the other 4 days a week, and then I take one day off. So I've been doing that. I wrote this little short story, so I've been doing some stuff, and it's been fun, but, very sad to all this. Gradually the concert work got canceled, and I'm teaching 2 classes a week on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. I'm teaching my alumni class for the Terry Schreiber Studio for 3 to 4 hours on Tuesday nights, and a class for people new to my classes, a 5-week workshop. And then when that's done, we're starting the 3rd week this week. Then we'll continue on through the summer. So if people are interested in studying with me, they should contact the Terry Schreiber Studio. So.
How great. I love that you're working out, but I have to think of you as somebody in such great shape. First of all, you have taken on the iconic staircases of Broadway between Sunset Boulevard and Hello Dolly.
I call it my staircase karma. I don't. Every show I do, there's a staircase. I'm like, what? Like even when we did Grey Gardens, Michael Wilson asked me to do Grey Gardens. We did it at the Bay Street Theater in Sag Harbor, and then we went to LA at the Amundsen. And when I saw the design, I was like, there's a staircase? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my God. But fortunately, I was wearing PJs like the whole show is Big Edie. And so I had on house slippers and PJs, and that wasn't as hard as going up and down stairs with high heels, but
and wigs and things.
Yeah.
Costumes.
Exactly. But I wonder what that is. My karma was staircases.
Well, those 2 roles are pretty spectacular.
They're pretty spectacular.
That is for damn sure.
I'm grateful, Jim.
I know you are. You know what I'm grateful for? That you're going to sing for us. Okay. And I know you have a track with a wonderful player named Christian Jacob, who plays piano, keyboards for you. Will you sing for us?
We did this at the Carlisle, and so I'm happy to do it for you guys.
Yay. It's Betty Buckley.
This is Chanson from The Baker's Wife by Stephen Schwartz. Chaque jour est un jour comme les autres toujours. Le potage, le voyage, peut-être l'amour. Le soleil voyage. Le monde fait un tour, ainsi c'est toujours le même. Every day as you do what you do every day, you see the same faces that fill the cafe. And if some of those faces have new things to say, nothing is really different. And the wind changes course, and the moon changes phase, and the world spins around with the greens and the grays. And you never take time out to think of the ways everything might be different. And then one day, suddenly, something can happen. It may be quite simple, it may be quite small. But all of a sudden your stew tastes different, and you hear the gulls cry in a different key, and you see with new eyes, and the faces you see are people you don't know at all. And someone who touches your hair every day touches you now in a different way. And you may want to run, and you may want to stay forever. And since life is the cry of the gull, and the taste of your stew, and the way that you feel when he touches you, now your whole life is different. Now your whole life is new. Chaque jour est un jour comme les autres toujours. Le potage, l'orage, peut-être l'amour. Le soleil, il voyage, le monde fait un tour. Ainsi, c'est toujours le même.
Oh, my Lord. That was so perfect.
Thank you.
Buckley.
Thank you.
Betty Lynn Buckley. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Jim
You-
Caruso.
You make
You're
magic.
looking very beautiful, by the way, I might say.
I'm sorry?
You're looking really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad I made you repeat it.
Your skin looks really pretty.
Oh, I bought a ring light. You know, you have to buy these things.
Thank you so much.
I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Betty has 17 CDs. 17, correct?
18.
18, but who's counting?
Yes.
Buy them all. They are all exquisite. We love you.
I love you guys, but please give my love to Mo Rocca. I love that guy. He's great.
He's coming up next. He's
Okay.
right after you.
Okay, talk to you later, my dear.
Bye. Thank you, Betty.
Bye.
Now, really, if that doesn't make you want to give a little something to the Actors Fund, how thrilling. She's delightful. I've known her kind of a long time. I didn't know her when I lived in Texas, but she was just starting. I remember when all of my friends were like, Betty Lynn's doing this new show called Cats. Like, cats? It's about cats. Oh, God. And then, of course, then clearly that just propelled her to be a Broadway icon. And I've seen everything she's done, and the club work is just extraordinary. And here's what I have to say about Betty, and then we'll go to Mo. Obviously, she's one of the greatest belters Broadway's known. But to do something so small and so intimate like that, I took my friend Stephanie Block. Do you know this woman? She won a Tony this last year for the Cher show. I thought Stephanie should see her act. And so we went to see her at the Carlisle. So we're sitting there, and Betty has us right on the edge of our seats because she's singing like this the whole time. These beautiful stories, gorgeous storytelling. And we're just sitting like this, looking up at her. And, Stephanie's looking at me. Stephanie, another killer belter. Like, wow, what's happening? And then Betty goes off, and then Betty comes back on for the encore and sings Memory from Cats. Huge, like your hair falls out. It's so big and so extraordinary. And it's like, oh no, I can still do this. Don't forget that I can still blow you away. It was a thrilling moment and such good taste. I'm such a fan. Love that lady, Betty Buckley. Okay, that's my story. Our next guest, he's an author of a book that came out, I believe, in November, and he's a correspondent on CBS Sunday Morning. It's Mo Rocca.
Jim, thank you. It is not only a thrill to be on your show, it is an honor to follow the great Betty Buckley. And it was meant to be, because I am taking up needlepoint. This is as one of my quarantine sort of things that now I have an opportunity to do it. And this is the very first pattern I got.
Oh, I hope she's watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course she was so amazing in that show, and to be able to listen to her on that cast recording. And I am wearing a kind of pajamas. It is that sweatshirt that I got when I was 14 in 1983. And when I profiled Andrew Lloyd Webber for Sunday Morning a couple of years ago, I had him sign my sweatshirt. And when I said to him I bought it in 1983, he said, "I hope you've had it washed since then." It was blunt.
It was blunt, but I love that you come with all this Bettyisms.
Betty Anna,
stuff.
right.
Betty Anna. Mo Rocca, I feel like I haven't seen you for so long, and yet I listen to your podcast, and I'm such a fan of what you do. Your podcast is called Mobituaries, which is essentially about, and the book too, which came out, is about people who get remembered in an obituary, and why. Tell me about the concept.
Well, it's a series of appreciations for the people and things that didn't get the send-off they deserved the first time around, or maybe any send-off at all. So some of them are still household names, like the great Sammy Davis Jr., who died on the same day as Jim Henson. That's way too much talent to go in one news cycle. Some of them are people that were once wildly famous. The Chang and Ang, the so-called Siamese twins, who were two of America's very first entertainers, also two of the very first Asians in America. And they were truly two of the first entertainers. And now they're remembered, if at all, by people of, I think, our generation from the Guinness Book of World Records. There was that photo of them in there. And some were people that were never rightly remembered. And some are things like the station wagon, which died in 2011. Or I have a couple of trees from Auburn University that were actually murdered, were poisoned. It's kind of a horrible story.
Oh.
But yeah, so it was basically anything that I sort of want to talk about. It's kind of a convenient device.
My favorite is Lawrence Welk. I mean, the podcast about Lawrence Welk was hilarious and so funny. So funny.
Well, thank you. I was joined by Fred Armisen for it. And Fred is so wonderful because he's not only really funny and imitated Lawrence Welk on Saturday Night Live, but he's also a great musician himself and understands and respects music. And I wanted to take somebody like Lawrence Welk, who is sort of ripe for parody, but was a real force and deserving of a lot of respect. I mean, this is a man who was born in a sod house, a house basically made of dirt in North Dakota, in a German-speaking enclave, didn't speak English until he was 23. And he created his own kind of music called champagne music, a light, bubbly sound, if you will. He ended up being one of the first hosts of a television variety show. And he kept going and going, and eventually was canned by ABC Network because they thought he was too much of a fuddy-duddy. They didn't like his accent. They didn't think he was edgy enough. And what I love about this story is this happened in his late 60s, and he went and decided to produce the show himself for PBS and in syndication and then on PBS. And he ended up getting an even bigger audience. And by the end of his life, had up to that point, the longest running musical variety show in television history. And I like the story because I think we think of young people as embodying these sort of go it alone, I'm doing it my way kind of virtues. But here was a guy doing this late in life. And so he was both the ultimate square and a badass. So I'm a Lawrence Welk fan. Look for him.
Love it.
YouTube.
I love it. And he brought a lot of talent to the screen. The Lennon sisters, who I enjoy.
Sisters, which of course Kristen Wiig was so hysterical.
Hilarious. But a friend of mine, David Osmond, works with them in Branson, Missouri, and I'm desperate to meet them. So I'm working on meeting the Lennons.
But you met somebody that was part of that universe as well, a real groundbreaker in the Lawrence Welk universe.
Arthur Duncan,
right?
The tap dancer. Now, was he not one of the first? What was the history of Arthur Duncan?
So Arthur Duncan is, it depends how you measure it, but he is considered the first African-American to be a regular on a television musical variety series. I guess Mitch Miller's show, I think
Leslie Uggams.
Leslie Uggams, exactly. But I think as a regular, Arthur Duncan was first. And I've never met him. You've met him. Maybe you can introduce me. I'd love to.
We're very close.
I'd love to. Well, he's still very much with it. And he talks about that show, the musical family that Lawrence Welk was sort of the pater familias, was the real father figure. And it was kind of a strict world. He had strict rules, but it had a lot of respect for him as well.
Well, I have to tell you, I emailed him today. I don't know if he's going to remember me or know who the hell I am, but I thought we've got to know him. So if it all works out, I'll let you know.
Good.
We'll hook up. We'll hook it up. I'm so happy for the success of your book and the success of CBS Sunday Morning. Who you've interviewed some really fascinating people, including our friend Marilyn May. Who has just stayed with you in your heart as somebody that you've just adored?
Well, Marilyn May actually is somebody that has stayed with me in my heart, not just because, what was interesting is I profiled her a couple of years ago when she was, and I don't think she'd mind my saying this, when she was just turning 90. But what was great about profiling her is that she wasn't great for 90. She's just great. And I really mean that.
I know.
I'd gone a couple of years to a Jazz at Lincoln Center benefit that I was invited to. And both times she really stole the show. And she did it in many ways by being quiet and being subtle and drawing the audience in. And you could see in the audience the real jazz aficionados who were impressed by a lot of the belters and some of the other singers that were bigger in sound and great. But with her, they were like, this is the real deal. And the way she'd come on and she would turn her back to the audience and talk to Wynton Marsalis and the musicians and make eye contact with them and have her language with them. And I went with her to Lake Okoboji in Iowa, where she'd been performing for over 60 years in the summer. And she was wonderful in that small venue, just as she was in an elegant venue at Jazz at Lincoln Center. And I think she's leading the way for theater people in this pandemic, because I believe she is New York Times mentioned that she's performing at Berkshire Rep, right? That theater up in Massachusetts.
Oh, I don't know.
She's going to do that this summer. And that is a very Marilyn thing to do. She's just a remarkable woman. I got to sing My Best Girl with her, which is great. So maybe one day we'll do that.
Gorgeous. Well, you have a great voice. I know this because we booked you at Birdland.
Yeah.
But most people don't know that part of you. Would you give us a little taste of something?
Oh, sure. Okay. I could have sung from Cats, but if I was going to do that, I'd need to dance around too, because I do good skimble shanks. All right. Okay. I have to get the note right first. This is what I would sing for my auditions when I first moved to New York.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching, if I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. with the thoughts I'd be thinking I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could never think of things I never thought before. And then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin, my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. And perhaps I deserve you and be even worthy of you if I only had a brain. I think it's a word.
Irv. Mo, you sound great. When did you start auditioning for theater and stuff? Were you a kid?
I did, yes. In fact, I still have my head shot from when I was 14.
Oh, do we happen to have that, Ruby?
I don't know, Ruby. Oh, there I am. Look at that hair. Look at the beast on the lips.
Look, I mean, really?
That hair.
It's very, well, you still have very good hair, Mo.
Thank you very much. I do. It's one of my accessories.
Those just hopeful, just so hopeful. I love that face.
God, I mean, things were looking so bright at that point, and that is when it just all came crashing down. And it's around that time that I got to go up from my home in Maryland. My parents took me on the Amtrak train to see the original cast of Cats on Broadway. That was in February of 1983. So it was very,
it all comes round to Betty.
Yeah. And these, I mean, come on. Right?
What? Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah.
There they are. Mo, I can't thank you enough for joining us, for the stories, for just your wonderful stories and interviews through the years. I just think you're the best at what you do. Can't thank you enough. Oh, wait. Oh, Colin Mockery says can't get enough. We always need Mo Rocca.
Well, thank you. There's another verse. The Tin Man has a verse. We can do that later. Next
week. Thank you, Mo.
I mean, you're the best. I love you, and actor fun. I can't think of it's such an important cause right now.
Thank you. I hope to see you very soon. Mo Rocca, everybody. How great. I love this show. I love doing this, you guys. This is fun. Okay. This you're going to be very, very delighted about. Oh, Ruby's telling us tips can be sent to Venmo and PayPal. So we are trying to kill both birds with one.
I feel like I can never put it up enough. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I appreciate it.
But Jim, I'm so excited for your next guest.
I know. He's one of your BFFs, isn't he?
I wanted to pop in and just say that, I love Birdland for so many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is
you introduce him. Him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he truly one of my best friends in the entire world I met at Birdland almost 11 years ago, which is so crazy. And I get emotional talking about him because I love him so much. And he's one of the most talented people that I know. And he's also one of the most tech savvy people that I know. So we met when I was 10 at Birdland. And I first was just blown away with him because I thought he was one of the most incredible piano players I had ever seen. And he was only, I think, 13 at the time. And then I thought, oh my God, his voice is amazing. And then it literally didn't even hit me until he walked off the stage that I realized, oh my God, he was doing all of that and he's blind. He was playing piano so beautifully and he couldn't even see the keys. So I felt so drawn to come up and say hello to him. And from there, just a beautiful friendship blossomed. And we've been friends for almost 11 years. And that's really because of Birdland. His family is like my family. I mean, his mom literally looks so much like me that the first time we met, I was stunned because she had a pixie cut and I had my pixie cut. And I can't say enough about his family and I can't say enough about him. And I'm so excited that he's here tonight for Pajama Cast Party. I mean, I can't even introduce it. Just wait until you hear this guy. People, ladies and gentlemen, Rocco Fiorentino.
Hi.
Rocco.
Hello. Oh, thank you so much, Ruby. That was beautiful.
Oh my God, I love you, Rocco.
Are we hearing Rocco enough, Ruby?
Yeah, Rocco, can you turn yourself up just a little bit?
Yeah, is that better?
Oh, that's so much
That's
better. Yes,
so
I don't
much
want to miss. I don't want to miss a word or a note, my friend. How are you? Where are you?
I'm so good. I'm living in Nashville, but because of COVID-19, I'm back in Jersey with my parents for a little while until Nashville reopens up.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I've been producing and doing audio engineering and arranging and mixing and all kinds of music-related things, and it's been amazing because you can almost do that anywhere now. So I just kind of take my laptop and take my stuff and do my thing.
Well, your piano looks swell. I love a white piano. How's college?
I love this piano. I grew up with this piano, and I still
so
have
that's-
it, and it's my friend.
Are you enjoying college?
I am. I actually just graduated in December, so it feels good. It's good to be done, and it's good to have learned so much, and I'm ready to be out into the universe.
Absolutely.
When everything returns back to normal. We gotta do this at Birdland when everything returns back to normal. I miss it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're always invited. You know that. It's kind of weird to hear you talk about, like Ruby, about college and being out of college, because I met you and you were like a little pipsqueak. You were 13 years old. And I remember that night at Cast Party so well. You came to the piano and sat down and played your fingers off, and the audience went ballistic.
I remember that too. It was amazing. I don't think I quite realized everything that was going on at that young age, but I love the fact that it happened, and I was able to. Birdland is such an iconic place, and it's really been amazing what you guys have done for. How many years has Cast Party?
Oh my
gone
gosh,
on?
17 years.
Wow.
I know.
That's
Now, you've
incredible.
become an advocate for for kids who are visually impaired, and you inspire so many people. Who inspires you?
Oh my goodness, so many people. Part of how I met Ruby was that her family are all singers. And you, I'm sure, remember this too about that night. They all came up and did 4-part harmony. And that was amazing to me. I'd never really seen that happen live before. And so that was really, really cool to me. And it made me probably as much drawn to them as they were to me. I love watching David Foster do his thing. I am really inspired by a lot of people that I see down in Nashville, producing and engineering, and a lot of my professors who have done incredible things and how they got to where they are. I love people. So this quarantine has been interesting because I thrive off of kind of the human connection. So I really appreciate when we can be together.
Hi, wait, another human popping in really fast. Rocco, can you turn your
Yes.
mic up even a little more?
Yes, I can do that. Is that better?
Hang on. Say something?
Hello.
A little more.
Okay. Can you do it at all?
I can do it a little bit, but if you can give me like a notch more.
Yeah. I just don't want to blow anything out when we start going here.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, then don't do it. Never mind. I'm going away. I can hear you. I was just wondering if we can make it a smidge louder.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't you just sing for us? Why don't you do something fantastic
Alrighty.
for us, Rocco?
I will do that.
Good.
I'm going to do a song called Almost Like Being in Love. Let me just get situated here and we'll get started. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Well, all the music of life seems to be just like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. Swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. Well, all the music of life seems to be just like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. Swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love.
Woo! Oh my Lord, Rocco, you are swinging out in Nashville. I love it. No, you're in Jersey right now, right?
I am for now, but I'm trust me, I'm itching to get back to Nashville. As soon as they open up fully, I'm back.
You sound
I love
great.
being with my family, but I got to get back there.
I
music
totally
is
understand.
calling me.
Look, we got some mail from my friend Liz Paley. Says, shut the front door with this voice. I'm with you, Ruby Lochner. Please send me the Rocco fan club information. Rocco, I can't thank you enough.
Love you guys. Thank you so
You're
much.
beloved, and come back soon. Come visit us
Absolutely.
again.
Anytime.
See you soon. Bye, my friend. Oh, man. I mean, first of all, how good did that sound? I want a bass and drum just lay. How does he do that? How you do it? The technical things that the kids know these days. Okay. She's a singer. She's an actress. She's an impersonator. She's a YouTube star. And she recently returned from Paris, France, Europe, being the toast of the town, playing Fanny Bryce in the musical Funny Girl. Ladies and germs, it's Christina Bianco.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm in full pajama attire
You
for the pajama
are.
party.
Do you wear
What?
Judy Liza Barbara Bett pajamas?
I do. In fact, I've been listening to all the pajama stories. I of course, have my own. I was wearing these very pajamas back in 2008, when I starred in She Loves Me, playing all the characters. It was a small production here in my own studio apartment, but my dog gave me 5 stars. I don't know if you heard about it, but it was
impressive.
epic.
Impressive. We've read about it.
You've read
hello,
about it.
gorgeous. It's welcome back
hello,
to New
gorgeous.
York. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm so happy to be back. I literally made it back like 3 days before France shut down. So it was pretty spectacular.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. First of all, Funny Girl.
Yeah.
Was it daunting to take on that iconic role that's so associated with one
Barbra
specific performer? Yeah, heard of
Who,
her?
I mean, much like Sierra Vargas, who was on your show talking about, she has Barbra Streisand everywhere in her house. I grew up like that. And I really am that person that, even though I've sung songs from Funny Girl, my whole life, we all sing them, but I hear Barbara's voice in my head. And so as soon as I was cast in the show, and even for the audition, really, the first thing I did was, it was very difficult, but I said, Barbara doesn't exist. You cannot even begin to sing even a note like Barbara. And particularly because I love to impersonate people like her as well. I had to find a new way to sort of make it my own. So I went back and when I got the part in particular, I really went back and I read a lot about the real Fanny Brice, because in so many ways she differs from Barbra Streisand. We forget about the real Fanny Brice. So, and I am physically nothing like her. She was very tall and lanky. I'm very short. But I thought, you know what? She was the odd one in the room. And I'm the odd one in the room. So I found all these things that I could relate to, and I made it my own. And thank goodness, bless the heavens, people really, really enjoyed it. And I'm very grateful that they enjoyed my performance and that it went so well and got such rave reviews. And
You were gone for a long time.
yeah, when the show was such a success, we got extended. So it ran like 4.5 months. And it was great. It was great. Well, just I'm going to say it. It's one of those moments where I was in Paris, not bad, right? Doing the show I've always dreamed of doing in a role I've always wanted to play, never thought would happen. And I will say this, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to be that person, so don't judge me too harshly, Jim. When the New York Times reviews your show, you pretend you don't care. You're lying. And when you get great reviews in the New York Times for playing your dream role, I was like, you know what? That's the icing on the cake. You don't need it. We don't do it for the press and the reviews, but the fact that the show was so well received in a country where we don't even speak the language. The cast was all British, right. Me, the only American. And the show was performed in English with French subtitles, but they embraced us like we were speaking their language exactly. And it was one of those experiences where you're just like, it was more than a show, but it really felt like that. It just felt like a really special moment. Yeah. And we hope still it's going to have a future, but in this time, it's very hard to predict what's going to happen. And so I'm definitely so grateful for the experience that I had, even if that's all. It was a blessed, magical moment.
Well, you're going to do a song for us from that very
musical. I have to, but what I wanted to do was, everybody, even myself included, has sung the heck out of songs like Don't Rain on My Parade and I'm the Greatest Star. So I'm going to sing my favorite number to do in the show. Just imagine leggy showgirls in a big band and a fabulous cornet, because my favorite song is Cornet Man. And it wasn't even in the movie, so some of you might not know this.
Know.
So
I love this song.
But I know you're talking about, all of you are talking about the very delicate singing and how emotionally touching it is. I'm not doing that for you right now.
No,
so
but you can do that too.
Apologies. Here we go.
But not tonight.
A little Cornet Man. Shout out to Joe Louis Robinson who played this for me. The lady ain't been born can take the place of one with a cornet man. I going where he's blowing, traveling cornet man. Just anytime I call him and leave his wife and kitty sitting with their tongues out to play the peanuts in the dive and blow his lungs out. He'll hop a choo-choo on a moment's notice to play some dates with Billy Bates and ragtime artists. A lady ain't seen like can give on a fair fight. Bring the cornet man, a rootin' shootin', never tootin', dapper Dan, who carries in his satchel a pound of blue Norfolk suit. Silver plated, well, wine beyond. Well, there's whiskey, gambling, each one a curse, but I'm up against a devil that's worse. Oh, it's my phone, he's my traveling cornet man. I found a blue Norfolk suit. I see the plate here, well, well, he's shot on heights, he's shot on weights, but he's the only guy can make my coffee percolate. Dapper Dan, my cornet playing man.
I want to kill myself. That was so good.
Earphones back in. Hi.
It was so good.
Was it soft enough for you? You want to know, Jim? Jim,
Yeah,
I forgot to do my special magic.
Oh, do your special magic.
Ready?
Yeah. Uh-oh. What's it going to be?
Ready? Ring light.
Oh, God.
I know. My husband just went, oh, my God.
All that. And you
Hours
didn't
of
turn
prep,
the ring
and
light on.
here we go. So for after the song, is really when the most important time for the lighting comes in. So.
That's right. Well, but give us a little taste of that other wacky thing you do.
Oh, sure. My impressions. So, Cornet Man done some of my favorite divas. Bernadette Peters.
Oh, yeah. The
lady ain't been born, can take the place of one with a cornet man. I go my baby with a cornet man. Just anytime they call him Patty LaPone. Maybe Liza Minnelli for you. He'll hop a choo-choo on a moment's notice. He will, Jim, to play some dates with Billy Bates and Ragtime Otis. Kristen Chenoweth. The lady ain't seen light, can give a horn a fair fight. Idina Menzel. With a cornet man, a rootin' shootin', never tootin' dapper Dan, who carries in his satchel. Bette Midler. A powder blue Norfolk suit, a silver plated Wawa mute. Celine, right? Celine. That was me. Well, he's shot on height, he's short on weight, but he's the only guy can make my coffee percolate. Maybe one more person, Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Up down, my cornet pling, my cornet.
Christina Bianco, you are one of the most entertaining human beings I know.
Thank
And
you.
I know some entertaining human beings.
I think I need
love
to
you.
talk to people more often, so I'm a little more ready for this sort of thing.
You sound gorgeous. Thank you, my friend. And I hope to see you live and in person very soon.
Yes. I had to cancel one of my shows at Birdland, but
I
hopefully that will be rescheduled in the near future. And I will be doing my very first live stream concert event on June 18th. So look out for that.
Let me know. I'll tell
certainly will.
everybody.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jim. Thanks for
Love
having
you.
me this and bringing Cast Party to all of us at home.
Thank you. Tell Billy hi.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
I enjoy her so much. Her husband's Billy. Don't forget, we're accepting tips, donations to pay for all of the splendor that is Pajama Cast Party. Okay. You know how every week we've been spotlighting a kid who wasn't able to perform in their spring musical or their recital or go to their graduation? This is one of those. We invite them to Pajama Cast Party to give them some virtual applause that they deserve. Would you welcome, please, Bonale Fambrini?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm so good. It's nice to meet you
Formally,
virtually.
nice to
Yeah,
formally.
we've never
meet you.
met.
Nope.
I saw you in The King and I on Broadway, which I loved so much.
Thank you.
That was my first show ever, Bonale.
Really?
Yeah. I played one of these Siamese children. What? Because you look at me and you think, probably Asian.
Perfect Louis.
Yeah, perfect. I could have done. And then I saw you in Hazel.
Yes.
With my friend Clea Blackhurst.
Oh, I love her. She's the best.
So you get around, mister.
I think so. I mean, I hope so. I'm putting myself out there.
Where are you? Where are you right now?
So I'm in my bedroom. I'm from New Jersey, a small town called Short Hills. It's like 5 minutes away from Pamela Playhouse. But yeah, I'm just in my bedroom. My parents are watching me in the room next door.
So you aren't able, because of all of the insanity that's going on, you're not able to go to your graduation.
I'm not, sadly.
So tell me what that feels like.
Throughout my 4 years of high school, I never really thought like, oh, graduation. I kind of just lived it day by day. But now, like, seeing all the work I've put in, like all the class I've taken, all the people I've met and like became best friends with, it sucks that I don't like get to wear a cap and gown or like take those super cliche photos of me throwing my cap in the air or anything. But they're kind of substituting with like a virtual, and then I'm sure that like me and my friends are probably gonna drive in like a little parade, just like something like that, just something like some memorabilia or something. So
Well, I like that. Well, we are here to cheer you virtually so that you feel the love that you should have felt at your graduation.
Thank you.
Would you sing for us?
For sure.
Great. What are you going to do?
I'm going to be singing Waving Through a Window from Dear Evan Hansen.
Perfect. Sing it.
I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away, 'cause I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Oh, can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong, but every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you've learned, On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. Oh, can anybody see? Is anybody waving? Is anybody waving when you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around? Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Did I ever make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Did I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Oh, can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Whoa, whoa.
Oh man, you sing so great, Bonale.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Liz Paley says you're killing it, Bonale. Graduation ceremony or not, there's a big future out there for you.
Thank you so
Aw,
much. That's very sweet. Thank you.
sweet.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do love that song too, and that key change. Oh my gosh, it's so fulfilling to hear. It just sounds
Yeah,
so
I had a little
cool.
hiccup, but I tried saving it.
You sounded great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I can't thank you enough for singing for us, for joining us, and I hope your graduation, your time this time is fulfilling, and you get to hang out with friends and
Yes.
family and be properly celebrated.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on here as well. It's such
Thank
an
you,
honor.
and come back soon. You know, we do
course.
this at Birdland every Monday in real life. Once the world starts up again,
Yeah.
so you have to join us. You'll join us.
I'd love to. I'd be honored. That would be
Great.
a huge
Great.
honor. Thank
I
you
would
so
love
much.
it.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Bonale.
Thank
Thanks. He seems younger than I. I'm not all the way sure, but we seem about the right age, about the same age. What was I doing at that age? Oh, I was moving to Dallas at that age. I was moving from Pittsburgh to Dallas, which I was not happy about. Not a good story. But then I liked it once I got there. So don't think I'm dissing Dallas. I am so happy to introduce this next couple to you. The Pajama Cast Party viewers are going to love them. They've been singing and dancing their way into the world's hearts. We felt it was high time that you know them. Nicholas Dramard and Desiree Devar.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you on
nice to-
this.
Isn't it nice? I mean, this is the best thing, is I get to meet people that I've heard about and have never met. So it's great to see you.
Wonderful.
And we've heard so many great things about you. And we've been
Obviously,
dying
yeah.
to come to Birdland on a Monday night. And of course, when we finally are in town and doing, and this happens. So, but this
Well, you guys are always on the road.
we've been very fortunate. But yeah, now with
What
our
a baby.
baby,
You should have seen me 5 minutes ago. Just
Having
putting
a
her to
glamorous
bed.
time.
So much.
Mm-hmm.
So glamorous.
Well, now you guys met in a road company of White Christmas. Is
That's
that right?
right.
Yeah.
We were in Denver
Yeah.
doing Patty Colombo's
Yeah.
version of White Christmas
Yeah,
at the
it was
Denver
good.
Center. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and we were just purely professional friends. And then 6 months later, then
We
I was
started
single,
dating.
and we started dating, and here
and
we
now
are.
we have a baby.
That's so. How old is this baby?
She
yeah.
just turned 2, so she's a toddler now, which is a lot.
I just have to say, I've seen some video. Please explain the specific costume that you put this child in.
Well, I love Liza Minnelli. She's obviously amazing. And our daughter's name is Zalia with a Z, so it's Liza with a baby Z. So that's what I just make like little fun music videos as Liza with baby Z.
Yeah.
And that's what
Ruby, pull it up. Are you there? Look.
I mean, that wig, look at her wig, it's styled so amazing. It's
That's
the 80s.
Liza's 80s, right?
80s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally, Eliza. That is my favorite. This is
You're
hilarious.
just so silly. Thank you.
What does she think?
Well,
Do we
she
need to
actually-
call Child Protective Services? Is she okay?
No, I think she's gonna
She
be a
loves
ham,
it.
unfortunately.
Yeah, she is a little actress already.
Yeah. The wig
Oh
she
my-
pulls off every 2 seconds, so we get
It's-
some
yeah.
footage, but usually at the end it's like,
Oh, Liza does that too.
yeah,
so
so
it's okay.
it's perfect.
I'm kidding. Do something. Show us the gorgeous things that you guys do.
All
We
right,
will try.
let's
No, I'm
do
just
it.
kidding,
Let's
we'll do it.
sing and dance.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. It's like Rob and Laura Petrie.
I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me.
Why?
I won't dance, monsieur, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things they should do.
You know what?
What?
You're lovely. You know what?
What?
So lovely, but oh, what you do to me. I'm like an ocean wave that's bumped on the shore. I feel so absolutely stumped on the floor.
When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle.
Thank you, thank you.
Especially when you do the continental.
But this feeling isn't purely mental. For heaven rest us, I'm not asbestos.
And that's why I won't dance. Why should I?
I won't dance, how could I? I won't dance, merci beaucoup.
I know that music leads the way to romance.
So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance.
When you dance, you're charming and you're gentle.
Especially when you do the continental. But this feeling isn't truly mental. So heaven rest us, I'm not asbestos. And that's why
I won't dance.
I won't dance.
Why should I?
I won't dance.
I won't dance.
How could I? I won't dance. Merci beaucoup.
I know that music leads the way to romance.
So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance.
Oh, I won't dance.
I won't dance. I won't dance.
God, I am moving in. I'm moving in with you guys. Is that weird?
What did you say?
Sorry, we didn't catch that.
I'm moving in with you guys.
Perfect. There's room.
I know that might seem weird. You guys are so beautiful together. I want to be you. And now, have you ever watched the old Dick Van Dyke Show?
Yeah, of course.
Rob and Laura Petrie did numbers together that you guys have to recreate. It would be so cute.
Oh, cool.
Oh, we're getting all kinds of good mail. Oh, Todd Foreman says you're spot on, just like Rob and Laura Petrie. Yeah, check it out. They did the Doodlin' song. So cute. You could faint. You should do it.
Awesome.
When we're back and coming to the Pajama Cast Party, or not
Pajama.
Birdland, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it.
Anytime you're invited. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
Nice
Thanks,
to
Jim.
meet you.
Give that beautiful baby our love too.
We will, baby Z.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Ah,
Mwah.
how fun. You guys have to look up that video on YouTube. It is hilarious. Ruby's reminding me that none of this can happen without you. Your donations, your tips, whatever you want to call it. We love it. And we want to keep doing it forever. And we certainly want to keep giving to the Actors Fund, sending them a nice check every week, which has been really a joy to be able to do that in these kind of dark times. For me to be able to, do something nice for the Actors Fund that's been so incredibly supportive of so many of our friends. Okay. It's our final guests. They've been called Kenya's greatest musical export, and you're about to see why. The Moipei Triplets have performed together since they were kids. Pull that picture up, Ruby. In their home country of Kenya. Look at them. Since then, they've been singing for audiences around the world, and now they're here with us. Here are Marta, Maggie, and Mary, the Moipei Triplets. No energy. Just no energy, those three. Hi, you guys.
Hey, we were trying to tell you. I know, right? But got caught halfway.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Welcome, welcome. I miss you guys so much.
Oh, we miss you too. Miss you too.
Now, you're in Texas right now, correct? Hello? Ruby, I think we lost them.
Hang on. Oh, wait, I looked
Okay.
so bad. Did we lose them? Hang on.
Hold, please. Hold, please.
Hang on.
Alarm off.
Can you hear us
There
now?
they are. Are you there?
Is it off? Okay, one moment. An
You're
alarm
on.
is off.
I think they hit like an alarm on their phone.
Oh, this has to happen at least once per show.
Oh, truly.
I think it's still on. Is it on? I don't
You
know.
are on.
Okay.
God, you guys look so great. How's everything in Texas?
It's good. San Antonio is good. It's really
Yes.
hot right now. You guys wouldn't like it. No.
I lived through 18 years of Texas heat, so I know. I know.
Yeah. Are you from Houston or something? Yep.
I lived in Dallas for many years.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go back. I told everybody that you grew up singing in Kenya with your other sister, who's still there, correct?
Yeah, she's still there.
So you became ambassadors for UNICEF at a very young age. Did you see the TV special on MSNBC 2 nights ago?
What?
The UNICEF special, did you see it?
No, we missed that one.
Oh, it was good. It was so much fun. But gosh, UNICEF does such amazing things, and you were so much a part of that in your youth.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was awesome. It happened in 2006. Yeah, 2006. And it had just happened after we were in South Korea, and we were representing Kenya, and we went to sing. It was an awesome experience. The first time we were out of Kenya, out of Africa. Yep.
Amazing. But now you're in San Antonio because that's close to Kenya.
I know, right? Just
What brought you to Texas?
We came for college. We got music scholarships at St. Mary's University. And you can't say no when you get a good scholarship, right? You know?
Truly.
So that's why we came.
So you've been music majors, but that means you have to play all kinds of instruments and learn to do many, many things, correct?
Well, as piano proficiency. Yeah, we had to take 2 years of piano here. But it was mainly for the music ed guys. They're the ones who had to do a lot of, like, something. No, we do play instruments.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, your music has taken you all over the world. It was going to take you to Birdland. You were going to do a concert with us.
I know, but that's what we've been doing. We've been working a lot since the year began, learning new stuff, transcribing music with Matthew Inge. I don't know if you can hear us.
Yes.
Shout out for our debut at the Birdland, but we're still doing it. We're still coming. Keep it locked.
Perfect. Perfect. I want you to sing for us. Would you do a little something for us?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do it. Do it. All right. I can't wait.
All right. Here's some Charlie Chaplin. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't go on. Smile, thy heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile. Through your fear and sorrow, smile. And maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. When your world is turned around, why not smile? Don't for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you'll skip on trying to smile. What's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile. If you would just Yes, it didn't go off.
What could follow that? I mean, you were getting mail. Audra says, dang, wow, I needed this for real. Sweet. Look, you made somebody's night. You made all of our nights. Thank you, my friends. God,
Thanks for helping us.
Who does-
The house party kept on going. Yeah.
me too. Nobody's happy. Nobody's having more fun than me. That's for sure.
I know. And send me what you do on your face. Like, I want the whatever facial to do, because I need to look that very good. Well moisturized. What is that?
Vaseline. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I have Vaseline.
You guys are just beautiful and extraordinary and gorgeous singers and beautiful arrangers. Who arranges? All of you?
Yeah. It's a war sometimes. All our personalities come out and it kind of gets dangerous.
I bet. Oh, I'd love to watch. You'll invite us next time.
You'll make it out alive.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for being part of tonight's show. And I look forward to seeing you live and in person very soon.
I see you soon.
Mwah.
Mwah. Peace.
That's the Moipei Triplets. I mean, I love them so much. I just want to talk about next week's show. Linda Pearl, Luba Mason, Juan Pablo de Pache, Jean Taylor, Debbie Gravitt, Lily Makita, and one of my favorite jazz icons, Kurt Elling. Now that's a good show. And I also want to say, now, Ruby, have we heard from our friend Squigs? Or is
Nothing
this some...
yet. I am double checking in my email.
Okay.
But I don't see anything as of yet.
Okay, well, we'll just post it on Facebook.
Oh, wait. I just got something.
Oh,
Hang on. Jim.
live
talk about
television.
something fun, because I have to upload this into the broadcast.
Okay,
studio.
I'll talk for a minute. Here's what we'd like you to do. First of all, needless to say, we appreciate your tips and donations more than I can tell you. And then down there somewhere, there's a thing that says share. That doesn't mean Sonny's ex-wife. Is this on? That means you can share this show to your Facebook page and to all your friends. I should have said that up front.
And subscribe, people. Subscribe.
And subscribe, people, because we'd love to have you be part of. We want to know how to find you. Now that we've found you, we don't want to lose you.
Well, and those who are subscribed, you'll get first notifications to when new series are coming on to Jim's channel. Every week when we have Virtual Halston, you'll get a reminder, and that way it's easier to find too. So if you love what you watched tonight, you're going to love Virtual Halston. So why not subscribe?
I couldn't have said it better.
Right? And I have the picture.
Oh, timing is everything. Okay, this is from Justin Squigs Robertson. Let's see what he did.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
This is his take on tonight. Oh my God. That is So much fun. Look at, how does he do this?
I have no clue.
That's amazing. Look at the triplets. Wow. It's just great. Justin, we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's like a 3-ring circus here. I mean, he's talking about the Lawrence Welk show. That's really all I ever wanted to be, was the host of a show like that. Maybe less polka. But other than that, exactly like the Lawrence Welk show. Ruby, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for making this all go so smoothly. Watch Julie Halston's show on Friday. Watch all of our friends. Billy Stritch does a show on Saturday. Saturday? No, I'm confused. Friday nights. Look it up. At 8 o'clock, Linda Lavin and Billy do a show together on Wednesdays. And all of our friends are doing such great things. I'm so proud of everybody for just pulling themselves up by the bootstraps, as we people in show business have to do. You just do it. You just go. And thank you for watching, and thank you for the tips and the comments and the subscribing and all of the stuff that you, Billy Stritch. Oh, wow. Thanks, Jim. It's Thursday. I didn't say I remembered things. Billy's show is Thursday at 8 o'clock. It's called, 8 o'clock. It's called Billy's Place. Now I'm scared that that's not right.
That's right. I'm double checking you. Everything you said is correct.
Don't yell, Billy. It's really good. Billy makes a special cocktail every Thursday that everybody should make, and then he sings and he does requests from the week before, and nobody's better at doing that. Our friend Mark Carroll is doing great shows, so everybody's working themselves into a frenzy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Monday. Keep watching. Good night. Thanks for watching Pajama Cast Party. To follow us on YouTube, just hit subscribe. Click on that little bell and we'll keep you updated on future shows. You can also follow us on Instagram at Jim Caruso's Cast Party. The end.